The Canadian Card Collector here, and welcome back to day 640 of your daily deck review. And the deck that we're taking a look at today is the Bicycle Club Tattoo playing cards. So, with no further ado, take a look and see what we get. And this is the French-English tuck box version here. So it says Bicycle Club Tattoo playing cards, and they're in English and French. There, at the top, we got the bicycle logo. In the middle, we got that Club Tattoo logo there, which is Club Tattoo, with that kind of like badge with shield little logo, and the crown at the top. And the tuck box is in that standard glossy finish tuck box there. And it has more of a black smoky kind of look to the tuck box. On one side, it says Erica's Finish, and in French as well. And then you got the little spade there with the skull in it. And you got that same spade and skull on the other side, but it says Made in USA in French and English. Nothing on the bottom, just that kind of smoky look to it. On the back here, you got a sneak peek of three of the cards, two of the core cards, and the back design. Then it says World Famous Club Tattoo was created in 1995 by Chester Bennington, lead singer of Linkin Park, and industry leaders Sean and Thora Dowell, no, Dowdell, Dodell, to create the hottest tattoo studio in the world, and it's also there in French. That's Club Tattoo. You got the corporate information. And these are from 2013, so a slightly over 10-year-old deck of cards here. And then you got the little barcode. And then for the series, got that classic United States Company black seal. On the top, it says standard size. They're in English and French. On the tuck flap here, it's got that corporate information. Nothing on the inner tuck flap, so except for that smoky kind of look to it. Take the cards out of the box. On the inside tuck box is that matte white finish, nothing too crazy there. Now that we take a look at the tuck box, time to take a look at the cards. And always, we'll start with the back side. So here we have a fully inked black back design here, and it is a one-way back design. So you got that Club Tattoo logo that we saw on the front of the tuck box a little bit there, which is Club Tattoo. You got that kind of little badge, little logo. You got the crown, and you got the two swords going behind it there, and then you got some like dragons or lions off to the side there. And it is a borderless design there, and it is one way, so if you flip it over, the design would be upside down. And since these are fully inked, like the more you use them, the edges could chip, and since it's like a darker kind of color, it would show a lot more easier there, so that's one thing to notice. But now for the cards here, and here we start with the first, or the Joker here. It says a Joker there at the bottom, and then you got this tattoo style Joker there, which says, we got the skull there with the club tattoo, a little ribbon going around it, and then the flowers behind it there. Then you got the second Joker, which is a woman there, kind of painted like a clown, and this is more like a black and white that just had a little bit of a color to it, but it's more like a gray kind of tone. It's a Joker at the top there. And then you got the four different suits there on the Joker there. And then you got these two little cards here if you want to read. One's English and one is French. So we can pause and read that if it'll focus in. Come on, why isn't he focusing? What's going on here? Here we go. Then on the back here, there's also stuff on the back. If I don't know why it won't just focus on these letters here, but you can slightly pause at a point to read it, kind of. And let me just get out of focus here. No. And then just the other side is also the French side here. I guess that side is going to focus for some reason. But then we got that custom Ace of Spades there, which is 1614. I don't know what those numbers mean, never mind. But you got that skull design there in a black and white color with the spade on it there, and some extra little details around. And you got the custom spade and the font, number font there. And that custom font goes throughout the rest of the suit numbers there. And then for the spades here, you got this like skull there in the background of all the spades. So as I go through all the numbers, you can see that same exact skull behind them. And then you got the custom orientation for the different suits there. And then we got the core cards here, Jack, Queen, and King of Spades here, and they're fully custom. They're fully custom with that full color tattoos there. And this has to be one of my favorite core cards in the deck is this Jack of Spades here, which is supposed to be like the Grim Reaper. Pretty nice. But then you got like the skull kind of designs for each of the core cards here, the skeletons. There's lots of detail, lots to look at, fully custom there. They spared no detail. And you got that custom Ace of Diamonds here, which is that classic kind of koi fish style tattoo design there. And we got like the lion or tiger kind of statue there for the diamonds here, with the custom diamond as well. And then we get to the core cards here for the diamonds here, 3 more styles. And you got that kind of Japanese kind of samurai style for the diamonds here. There's lots of detail once again, fully inked and fully colored. And then we got the Jack, Queen, and King of clubs here. This kind of reminds me of the Day of the Dead kind of style. With all those different like painted skulls and stuff. And then we got that kind of like fancy skulls, the flowers on the clubs here. I'm not sure why this is not staying in focus. There we go, that might be a little better. Yeah, we got that skull there with the flowers for the clubs. And then we got the custom Ace of Clubs here, which is a purple skull with some purple roses or flowers beside it, to make it look kind of slightly like a club. And then lastly we got the hearts, Jack, Queen, and King of Hearts. There, 3 more custom core cards, pretty more standard core cards here, but they're still fully custom tattoo styles. And I really like that the king still has the sword through its head there, which is kind of nifty. And then for the hearts here, we got the custom hearts once again, but then we got the little the boat, the ship behind the core cards or on the hearts. And then lastly, we got that custom Ace of Hearts here, which is a classic kind of style. It's that classic mom tattoo with the heart with the mom ribbon on it, and you got some flowers around it, and then you got the little dagger or sword going through it. But now that we took a look at the cards, time to test the handling. And the handling. And I gotta say, these are actually pretty smooth cards. Sometimes ink could make the cards a little bit thicker, but in this case, there's no thickness to them. I mean, they're like, they're more of a medium stock, not like super thin, but not like super stiff or anything, so they're pretty easy to spring. And they fan pretty nicely. It's just they got a little bit of a thicker border on them, so you can't really see any of the numbers too much when you fan it. But then you got this darker kind of back design fan. And then we ferro it. Pretty smooth ferro. Look at the giant fan there. And then with the giant fan, you can definitely see the faces here. And this is a one-rib magazine, so when I go to riffle shuffle it, the design will get all mixed up. Overall, I gotta say they handle fantastic. They get a little bit of stiffness, so they will last a little bit longer, which is pretty nice. But once again, with this fully inked kind of back design, they could chip and start turning white, so heavy use will make them chip. But overall, once again, here's that club tattoo logo back design here. Then you got the fully custom faces there with those core cards, those awesome fully colored core cards there with those tattooed, different kind of style tattoos on each of them there. Pretty nice. And you got the custom faces there, where each suit has a different kind of tattoo style behind it, which is pretty nice there. And then you got 4 fully custom aces, which I really like when they do that in a deck of cards. So if you're a fan of tattoos, then this is a pretty nice one to have. But I guess with that being said, I hope you enjoyed. This has been day 640 of your daily deck review, and this has been the Bicycle Club Tattoo playing cards. And I'm the Canadian Collector signing out. That's the video. Thanks for watching. See you next time. Goodbye.